Hi, everybody. Another bright sunny day. Just going to move this little toy truck. We're just going to do a quick workshop today, about 10-15 minutes, and we're going to do it on a forearm stand. So first we're going to go over some exercises to kind of get those shoulders loose and open, and then we'll kind of get into some exercises to play around with forearm stand. Oh, and there's a dog that just jumped up on the couch. So, starting in the tabletop position, we'll inhale as we gaze up and exhale, looking down, and inhale, looking up, and exhale, looking down. Coming into a neutral tabletop position, we'll take the left arm forward, the right leg back. So we're warming up the core because you always use your core for any inversion, and bringing the knee to the nose. The knee to the elbow. Inhale, back out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhaling. Exhale, left arm around, grabbing hold of the right foot, kicking the foot into the hand. Slowly releasing back down. Bringing the right arm forward, the left leg back. Inhaling here. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhaling back out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhaling back out. Exhale, right arm round, grabbing hold of the left foot, kicking the foot into the hand. Slowly releasing back down to a tabletop position. Just going to try to see if I can find a block someplace. Which I can't in here. We'll have to make use of the block. If you have a block, I'm just going to ask you to get it now because we're going to be using it for some of our exercises. So we're just going to tuck those back toes under and come into a downward facing dog, walking the legs out. I'll walk you through 2 sun salutations to make sure you're warmed up. Inhale, bend the knees, gazing forward. Exhale, walking or hopping, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking an inhale through the nose and sighing out through the mouth. Next inhale, bending the knees, gazing forward, walking or hopping, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, sitting in chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhaling here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. So from here, we're going to come down to our forearms. So we're going to start getting into those shoulders, which are key to forearm stand. So you're in dolphin pose here. We're going to inhale, bring the right leg up. Exhale, right leg down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left leg down. We'll do 2 more on each side. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right leg down. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, left leg down. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, down. Inhale, left. And exhale down. We'll come forward into a forearm plank pose. We'll take side plank on our forearms. So leaning over to your right side, the left arm comes up, inhaling here. Exhale, left forearm down, coming over to the left side, right arm up. Right forearm down, left up. 2 more on each side, left arm down, right up. Right forearm down, left up. Left forearm down, the right comes up. Coming back to your forearm plank here. So inhaling here, engaging the core. Exhaling. Left palm into mat, the right palm into mat, back to a downward facing dog. So that's the first kind of exercise, strengthening the shoulders. So you can always just come back to that. The next exercise, we're going to come back to a dolphin. So here is where if you have a block, which my kids seem to have taken my blocks, but I have Jack's shoe. So it's about the same width. So here, if you have a block, you're gonna put your hands kind of next to the block around that. So you're framing the block. Coming into a downward facing dog. And just feeling, into a dolphin, just feeling how this pose feels. Maybe pedaling the legs out. Trying to release the shoulders from the neck. So giving length to that neck. And so now, we're going to try kicking one leg up at a time. So not even trying to necessarily get into the pose, but just kicking. Just 3 kicks on one side and then 3 on the other. And then we'll take the other side. And now you'll come into a child's pose, extending those arms up to the front of the mat, feeling a deep stretch underneath those shoulders. We'll come back into a tabletop and coming back to a downward facing dog, pedaling the feet out. And then bringing the elbows back down, so forearms back down. We're in dolphin pose again. And we'll take the first exercise one more time. So we're gonna inhale right leg up, exhale down. Inhale left leg, exhale down. Inhale right, exhale down. Inhale left, exhale down. One more, inhale right, bringing it down. Inhale left and bringing it down. So you should feel your shoulders working. Holding dolphin for one more breath. And then slowly coming back down into a child's pose. And then coming back into your tabletop position. We're gonna tuck those back toes under, coming to a downward facing dog. Then we're gonna come back onto our forearms into a dolphin. And we're gonna try kick up this time. This time, again, taking the blocker, the shoe, keeping that your hands that width apart, and maybe trying to kick up into your forearm stand. Again, you'll do 3 breaths on each. I have 3 kicks on each side unless you're in it. And if you're in it, just getting your balance, feeling those shoulders working, gaze slightly forward. So mine's like almost looking at Jack's shoe, which smells. Option always to bend the knees coming into a scorpion. Do not do this if your lower back bothers you, any pinching, and just bring your legs back up. So again, 3 kicks up on one side, 3 on the other, or if you're holding forearm stand, holding forearm stand. So at this point, we're not yet up against the wall. So I'm gonna ask you to try, if you can't get into a forearm stand right now in the middle of the room, just doing the 3 kicks on one side, the 3 on the other. And then we'll all come into our child's pose. And slowly gazing forward, coming into a tabletop position. Inhale as you gaze up, and exhale, tucking the back toes under, coming to a downward facing dog, pedaling the legs out. So now you're gonna come back down to your forearms. If you'd like to come to a wall, you can come to a wall. And here, if you wanna just get that feeling of kicking up without worrying you're gonna fall over, trying to do that, but the whole time engaging your core and really, really challenging yourself not to touch that wall behind you. So trying to kick up, this time with support, if you need the support. Otherwise, just kicking up again into your forearm balance. And remember, if you're kicking up against a wall, to try to kick up equally on both sides. Holding that balance, bringing your feet away from the wall if you're by the wall, engaging the core, legs completely straight. That'll help with your balance. Slowly coming back down and back into a wide-legged child's pose. So I'll give you one more exercise to kind of play around with on your forearms. And this is sometimes nice if your wrists are bothering you and you want to do an arm balance. So you can come into a mini crow. So you're going to be on your forearms, coming into a squat, kind of, as well as you can. And you're going to bring your knees to your upper triceps as you slowly lift the feet. So this engages your core, and this will also strengthen your shoulders for forearm stand. And it doesn't hurt your wrists. So we'll just quickly review the exercises that we did. So first we did a couple of sun salutations just to warm up. We did a couple of tabletops. And then the real focused positions that we did is we came into a downward facing dog and we came into a dolphin pose. We lifted one leg up and then the other a couple of times. Then we came into a forearm plank and did our right forearm to the front, came into Vashisthasana on our forearms, left arm up, and we rotated from side to side, again, strengthening those shoulder muscles. And then we came into a dolphin pose again, and this time we did kick-ups. So 3 kick-ups on one side and then the other. And we always came into a child's pose afterwards. And then we came back into a downward facing dog. And we came back onto our forearms into a dolphin pose with the option of kicking right back up into a forearm balance away from the wall. So if you weren't able to do it in the middle of the room, you were just doing 3 kick-ups on one side, 3 on the other. And then we came back into a child's pose and back into a downward facing dog, always to center ourselves from child's pose, just resetting ourselves. Downward dog, just pedaling it out and stretching it out. Then we came back into a forearm dolphin pose. And again, this time you could go to the wall if you wanted to and kick up with the wall there. So feeling the support of the wall there, we then kicked up with the wall there, the whole time engaging our core. Maybe bending our knees, straightening. And then we came back into our child's pose. And then lastly, we played around with mini crow. So we had our forearms down. We came onto our feet, put our knees to the upper triceps and slowly bended forward, lifted those toes up into a mini crow. And then we went into a child's pose, we reviewed everything. So if you want to kind of get the strength in your shoulders, kind of reviewing these exercises, probably like 2 or 3 times a week, just going through this sequence. You can go through it once, you can go through it twice, and see where you are just week to week, day to day. And that is all there is with forearm stand. Some of us are better at forearm stand than others. There's no right or wrong. Forearm stand for me is less challenging than handstand, as we went over in the first workshop. Some people think otherwise. It's all about getting that balance, getting the pose, and then you become confident in yourself that you're able to balance and get into that pose. And that kind of goes with anything in life. If we don't have confidence in ourselves that we could do it, then we're probably not going to do it. So that is my words of wisdom for today. Thanks for joining me in this workshop.